Hi everyone, I am Tahami Ahmed and today I'll be demonstrating you the YouTube summarizer that I've built and which you can build easily as well. You don't have to pay for anything. All the resources that I have used are free and I've used a few APIs. I've used the ChatGPT, the OpenAI API, then I've also used the YouTube transcript API, then I've also used Dockers. I'm using n8n for the workflow as you can see. Then I'll also be using at the last bit the HTML if you want to build a small simple front end to locally host your small little workflow as well. So by making this project, I was able to achieve that any videos on YouTube which have got subtitles or captions embedded into it, we can just take their link, we can pass it through our little app, and it will summarize it in five main bullet points or a small paragraph what was discussed or talked about in the video. It can prove very beneficial for academic purposes, for research purposes, for anyone who's learning any skills online, going through long lectures or anything like that. It can be very helpful. So first I'll give you a quick overview of the high level of what we have done here, and then I'll dive deep into it. So let's start with our n8n workflow. You can see I've used the webhook here. This gives us more freedom of using the links directly from the internet, from the URL directly from the internet into the webhook, and it can just retrieve it directly. We don't have to use any third party softwares just like Telegram or any other bots to pass our data through them. Then I've got here the extract video node, which extracts the video that has been linked through that URL. Then I've got Python script here, which parses the data that is being conveyed in the YouTube video. It parses the data out. Then I've got the OpenAI API here, which converts that parsed data into important bullet points. Now this bullet points is passed to our set node, which prepares a response for the user, and further down the line it is passed to respond to webhook node, which answers the initial request which is submitted by the user through webhook. Now what is happening here is I've made a Docker's container here. You can see I've initialized it. So whenever we initialize a new container, you will get a new name, and even when I'll do it later in the tutorial, you can see I will be getting a new name for the container. So you have to do a little bit of configuration for that. Main point of what we had to do is we passed that whole transcript, and here you go, you got five main bullet points or summary of the whole video in five main bullet points. You can also see here the link of the original video which the data was passed from, and from where the five main bullet points were extracted. Now we are also hosting this API locally on our machine using a very minimalistic, very simple HTML front end. You can see you just pass your YouTube video URL to the input field. You click on summarize, and it gives you quickly five main bullet points as a summary of this YouTube video. So let's dive deep into now. So what you have to do is start a new shell, and I've already copied the commands that I want to use. Now this is the command you will use to create your own container. So you can see it has created your own container named zealous Karan, and now you can use this link to get into your n8n. Now I will use my details to sign up. Here you go. Now here's some simple questions. I'm not using it for work, and that's how you get started. Now one thing that n8n does is give you free license for lifetime for any amount of workspaces that you want to build. Create our first workflow, and all you have to do is I'll upload the link for the GitHub repository in the description. Click on that. You will find all these files, all these codes that I will be using in this video. Now you have to go here again. You click on import from file. Now click on import from file and you import this YouTube summariser.json file. You click on that, open, and you can see that all your nodes are imported as I showed to you in the video. Now as you can see, there is a red mark here on the OpenAI summary. So the problem with this is you have to get your own ChatGPT OpenAI credentials or API key to set it up, and I've already got it. So I'll just paste my API key here and click on save, and you can see that my connection to OpenAI has been successfully created. Now let's close this. Let's go here, and yeah, we've got our license key. Let's activate it. Here you go, and our plan is activated like this. Now let's get back to here. You can see that our chat GPT is also connected now. Now we can go back and we can pass on to our second command shell. Now what's the problem here is that dockers can't directly access your Python file in the in your local machine. Let me also show you here what the Python file contains. I've uploaded all these files already in the GitHub, so you can see it first makes an attempt to get the transcript of the YouTube video, and if it is successful it prints the full text. Otherwise it gives error that the video is unavailable, or it says the transcripts are disabled for this video if no captions are available, or it tells you that no transcripts were found, or any other errors that you can see. So to access this, we have to mount our local storage with our dockers. Then I've got some more code for it now. So first we will do is we will access our docker container that you can see here. We will access this container, and now you can see that you are seeing the name of this container. Let me show you. Here you go. You can see the name of this container here, and you can see it matches with this container right above it. So you've got this name. Now you get onto the second command, and this all you have to do is just replace the name of your new container. Now as you can see, I was using another container before it, but I will use this container now, and you do the secure shell at the end and click on enter, and now we are into the container. As you can see, node hash is at the end. Now what you have to do is get into the next command, which is update some apks, or if you haven't installed the Python 3 into your dockers already, it will do that, and also it will install the YouTube transcript API as well. So while it does it, let me get into our basic steps in the notes that we have done. So firstly, the webhook, we are using the post method, as we have to get the YouTube video from the link that we have provided. Then we don't want any authentications as we are doing everything locally. Then in this respond, you have to use this respond to webhook node that I will show you at the end, which responds to the main webhook in which we are right now. So that's it. If you want to test it, all you have to do is just listen for test event, and I will paste the curl command as well, which you can use to test your webhook node, and you can see all the data being parsed in the output section here. Then if you go to the extract video, let's open that. I've got a small piece of JSON code here, which gets the input from the link and extracts the video into the main field as input, as you can see right here. You can also again test this step as well. For this you have to execute the previous node first. Then we've got here the get transcript, the Python transcript file. Now all the Docker thing that we're doing here is all for this one. Now we can skip this part. In fact, we have to do this pip install YouTube transcript API. Now we have installed the YouTube AI as well. Let me open another shell now. Now what you have to do is create and activate a Python environment. Here you go. Let's create and activate Python environment. Click on enter and it will just do it very quickly. You don't have to wait very long for this. Now when we are done with it, we will paste this command and I will show you in detail what we have in this command. Here you go. So it will come in this shell, sorry. Here you go. Now we are in the root directory where our transcript file is get underscore transcript dot py file is in this directory. So we have activated it so that we are not attacked by any attackers or any malicious data from the online resources. So that's why we are doing it within an environment. So when you're doing it now, you can see when I press enter, it will start extracting the transcript of it. You see, it has extracted all the transcript from this video link that I provided to it. This is all the data you that has been discussed in the video. Now let's move on to our next step. What we have to do is we need this path to update here as well. You can see this is the path, and instead of using our YouTube video code that is mentioned at the end, we will use JSON video ID, because there will be a number of videos as input that will be coming. So it will automatically take the video code, extract it from the URL and pass it through this get transcript.py function. Now this is done here. Let's move on to our OpenAI ChatGPT part. Now what we have to do is we are using the text resources because we need text data as output. Then we want message from the model at the end, so in form of the summary bullet points. Then I am using the GPT 3.5 turbo here as well. If you are going for higher models like the GPT 4o or 4.5, you might have to pay for extra tokens for that. So I recommend you use the GPT 3.5 turbo as well. Then I'll also be attaching these prompts as well. This is the system prompt. So we are telling the system that you are an assistant that summarizes YouTube transcripts into 5 concise bullet points. Now this is where we give it the idea that it has to summarize the whole transcript into 5 bullet points. That's how LLM or GPTs create outputs for you. It will use this prompt and start executing it. Now here is the user prompt, what the user wants. So the user wants to summarize the following transcript, and in the following transcript we are giving input of the previous transcript that we have extracted from our get transcript.py file. Now simplify output and we will output the content as JSON object. If you go into settings, nothing else to do here, and you can just close it like that. That's all set up for the OpenAI API as well. Now if I get into the set node, it's again very simple. You just add a field, and here you mention that you want to get a summary, and in the value you want to get 5 different choices of that message. So 0 till 4, it will be 5 responses. So that's what you have to do in the set node. And last but not the least, here is our respond to webhook, in which you can see that we are in the responding with section, we are using first incoming item. So what it does is it will take the indexed 0 item first and respond it to our main webhook. Then it will move on again. It will take our index number 1 item and then pass it to our main webhook until the function ends itself. So that's the thing you have to do in the respond to webhook, and that is how you are done with this part of n8n workflow. Now what you have to do is you have to first activate your workflow, and you can also change the name. We have renamed it. Now what we have to do is we have activated the workflow. What we have to do is execute workflow. Now to execute workflow, you have to get the curl command. Now we can do it in two different ways. Let me show you through the curl command first. So as you can see, I've already uploaded all of it. You can check it through the link in the description of our video. The complete get is posted. Now you can see we've got the curl code here, and we have our workflow is already waiting for trigger event. We will get into our last shell here that I just created. We're gonna clear this command. Here you go. So this is the curl command I just copied. You click on enter and you can see that it has given you 5 different messages. Now as soon as you are done with this trigger, you can go back to your workflow and see that everything is ticked off. So that means your workflow was working, and when you see here it has gone back to execute workflow, which means that the function has ended and the job is done. Now another thing that you can do is you can make your own HTML version of it as well. So I've also uploaded this file, the index.html file, in which you can get a simple code to just make a small web application of it. Now another thing is that as Dockers is locally hosted, you can't just pass it through Google Chrome directly. So what you have to do is you have to pass this file through a local host. So I've already done it. To run it, you have to just pass this command python 3-m http server. So this means that the index.html file that you have just created will be passed as http, which is also how your workflow is hosted. If you copy this and paste it in the browser, you can see this is also http. So it's not https. If you start the html file directly, it will load as https, so it won't be able to connect. So that's why you have to pass it through a local host server at port 8000. Sorry, so I've also pasted this command, added this command in the github. So as soon as I press enter, it will create a localhost for me at this link. Let me show you the link as well. So this is the link at localhost 8000. You just copy and paste it. Now this is the link of the video that we are using when we did it from our shell as well, or you can just directly, this is the main point of using a front end, so that you can just directly pass your YouTube link into the input field and click on summarize, and it will do the work for you. But to start it again, you have to do this little step, click on execute workflow. But instead of going through the PowerShell now in the Docker, we will just go directly through summarize. Let me just reload it once again. Just pasted it, and you click on summarize, and it's working now. And here is the summary of your YouTube transcript. It will be coming down right now. Let's do it again. So fail to fetch error. This means that the workflow has already been executed. Let's start it once again. There you go. So it has given 5 main points that have been discussed in the video, you can see the format is changed. Before I reloaded this, it was giving you five main bullet points, but this time it is giving you five main points as keywords. You can see the transcript covers a variety of topics including technology, education, entertainment, motivation, and personal development. So that makes you five different points. Now if I execute the workflow once again and I reload it and I copy and paste the link again, let's see what it does right now. So here you go, it's changed the format again. Now it gives you five main points as a paragraph. So it discusses mindful meditation, how you can reduce stress, anxiety, and anything like that. So that's how easy it is to make your own YouTube summarizer using n8n Docker containers. You can use HTML for a simple front end as well to locally host. And yeah, so the little limitation in this is that for the system to work, you can only pass the videos which have which have subtitles or captions embedded into it. As you can see it here as well, that this video had captions or transcripts embedded into it. So that's why it was able to pass it. If you use any random video which doesn't have any captions or transcript in it, the system won't work and it will give you this error failed to fetch because it doesn't have any transcript. But if we use this video that I'm currently using and do it again, then as it has the captions and transcript, it will give you your main points of the summary. So that's it, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. You can also add to the repository if you have any other improvements. Just don't forget to sign off with your commits. And also, if you're finding anything difficult importing the repository of you having, or if you're having any difficulty with the code, with the JSON files, just let me know in the comments and I will get back to you very quickly about that. And if you are new with us, please don't forget to follow us, subscribe to us, and click on the bell icon so that you get notifications every time we post a new project. And don't forget to share the video with more tech and AI enthusiasts just like you. And I'll see you in the next tutorial with a new simple project for your portfolio and for your learning. Till then, take care. Goodbye.